Insert creative sign on here.
Oh, hi.
What's up? All right, Darius.
I'm gonna take the helm on this video, which doesn't happen all the time, but I think it's because I've got my glasses and I look very astute.
You can go ahead and ask me the question that
all right, so
50 million motherfuckers have asked me, and 50 million more will.
Millions and millions of people, including the millions of you that watch our videos, have asked this gentleman here why he doesn't drink. And I myself wondered this. I don't think I ever really asked.
I thought you did.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, then that'll make the video a little more interesting.
I mean, you've given me the explanation, but I've never really asked. So why don't you drink? Because Darius, as you know, drinks like a fish.
I do not drink alcohol. I can count on both hands the number of sips of alcohol that I've had in my life. I have no idea what it feels like to be drunk, and kind of don't really have too much of a desire to really feel that way. The main reason I don't drink, though, to get to the meat and potatoes of this, is, well, I'm 24. When I was about 14 or 15, just got into high school, either just got into high school or second year or almost the end of the first year, something like that in high school. High school is the time when most people start to really experiment with stuff and go the path they're gonna go with stuff. You know, if I'm gonna be hood, if I'm gonna be street, you know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna be a nerd, you know what I mean? If I'm going to smoke, drink. And I saw everybody doing this. And I was like, and this is no offense to anybody, but I was like, I wonder how long I can go in life before I feel I need a stimulant or a depressant to get me through whatever problem I have. Which is like a stimulant would be like cocaine, a depressant would be like marijuana.
Or alcohol.
Or alcohol, right. And I was like, I wonder how long I can go before I feel I need it. And I mean, it makes it a little harder when like you sitting at home and you know, a lot of stuff has hit you and you just like, especially like what hit me last year, at the end of last year. And you're like,
all right, and the kisser.
And now, a normal or average person would be like, you know, take a drink and chill, but don't do that.
But would you ever drink? Like, I go out with my friends and we say we're gonna go have a drink. Now, going to have a drink for me is one drink. Max 2, max 3. Like, I'm never going out for the purpose of being just completely schnockered and just on my ass. So do you think you would ever develop the taste for just going out to have like one drink?
Well, okay. I feel like every answer I'm gonna give, especially in this video, but any video, is layered.
But that's fine. That's what this is about. That's what this is about.
But to me, at this moment, one of the things my dad says is ounce prevention is worth a pound of cure. So I don't drink for any reason, let alone the one I did, because that was the why I started not drinking, but it's developed into other reasons. You know, money, don't like the taste of it. I see how people get when they get drunk, and to me, I don't want to get like that. Blackout drunk is something that is really weird to me. Why would somebody want to do that?
Terrifies me. I've never been blackout drunk. That terrifies me.
But what was I saying? I feel like if I go out, like there have been some times where I've honestly been like, I should have a drink right now. But then I tell myself no, because I feel like, to me, I'm not ready for it yet. You know, like just for whatever reason, I don't want to drink yet.
Do you feel like it's something that if you start, no matter how you start, like if you're going out to just have a drink, or if you like are feeling depressed and you have a drink, do you feel like it's something that you're going to become addicted to?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Ounce prevention is worth a pound of cure. And I feel like there is a possibility. There's a possibility with anybody.
Of course.
But I feel like there is a possibility that, you know, if I start, I take one shot, no matter how nasty it is, because people out there drink alcohol that they think is disgusting.
No, see.
There are people that
I know some people
that they think is nasty, but they drink it because it gives them that woozy, intoxicated feeling. And I don't want to do that. So if I don't, then I won't ever figure out if I will get that way. Do I think I will? I think there's a possibility I will. I discovered 2 years ago, 2013 was 2 years ago. I discovered 2 years ago, talking with some girl I was trying to talk to, that I have a fear of the unknown. And thinking of all the aspects in my life, looking at everything, it plays into that. And one of the things, fear of the unknown, is I'm afraid that I will probably either get addicted or how I will be when I am drunk.
Mm-hmm. Now,
those are two things that I definitely don't want to discover.
Another conversation we've had is when people drink. Like you said, you don't drink at all, but like when you're feeling down or when, you know, angry or whatever the feeling might be, the negative feeling, a lot of people drink to drown that feeling out.
Yeah.
Now that to me is addiction.
Yeah.
I think there are people who don't drink because of that, who just go out and drink because
they want to have fun.
Because they want to have fun and they want to party, but that's a different. I think there's different types of addiction. Like to drink because you are depressed or angry or sad. To me, if you're gonna drown, you like get blackout drunk. Like sure, one drink, mellow yourself out. Mm-hmm. That's fine. But if you go and you drink like 4 and 5 drinks, and then next thing you know, you are on the floor, and it's the next day. That is addiction. That's addiction. That's an addiction. And where was I going with this? Like the human populace. Do you think that that natural addictive nature is something that makes people drink? That's the question I'm asking. Do you think that the addictive nature of human beings makes people drink, or do you think people drink and then that addictive nature becomes habitual?
Addiction is a funny thing.
It is a. First of all, before you answer, before anybody out there who doesn't think that addiction is a sickness, it is definitely an illness. It's not something that people choose to do. They choose to drink the drink, yes, but at some point it stops being a choice. They stop being able to choose to take that, you know, snort of cocaine or that shot of heroin or that drink or whatever it might be. So after an extended period of time, it becomes an illness, and you can't classify it as just that person wanting to destroy their bodies, because they could very well not want to do this and their body needs it. So before, I just wanted to throw it out there because a lot of people like to down people with addictions, and addictions are hard to deal with. Proceed.
Yeah, well, I was saying addiction is a funny thing. First of all, if you going off what you were saying, if you do want to you know, stop being addicted to something, the first thing is you have to admit it to yourself, and you have to want to stop. Mm-hmm. And I mean, whether you can, you know, muster it up inside yourself enough to want to stop is one thing. But you have to want to stop, and then if you do want to stop, then you will try your hardest and you will seek out help.
Very true.
Stop.
Very true.
But yeah, so do I feel that the addictive nature in people is what makes them decide to drink, whether a lot or little?
Yes. Or
do I feel that people drink and then become addicted?
Yes.
Well, to answer the second part of that question, people definitely drink and then become addicted. That's yes, obviously. But addiction is a funny thing. Addiction is one of those things where it can be either be mental or physiological. I don't think that the addiction to alcohol is necessarily physiological. This is all outside looking in though, because I'm not addicted to alcohol. Like I just said, I've never even been drunk.
I can't really say that either because I'm not addicted, but
right. But I think a lot of it has to do with, and I hope I don't offend anybody, but my dad has said before that humans are herding animals, and people do a lot of things because they want to fit in.
Oh yeah.
And I think that a lot of the reasons why people do drink, especially when they're around people, is because everybody else is drinking. I don't want to be that weird one.
I don't want to drink alone.
Because you know how many times, you know, especially when I used to work, you know, I was cooking at a restaurant.
Oh, oof.
And, you know, it wasn't, you know how many times it was like, you know, like, they didn't necessarily, they made fun of me a few times, but not really. But they'd be like, Jazz, why don't you have a drink? Because they know I would say no. Or like, you know, a few times I got told, like, you know, it'd be weird to go in the bar and be the one guy not drinking, which maybe it would be. But at the same time, I'm not going to drink because I don't want to be weird. So I think that it's not so much the addictive nature of people that makes them want to drink. Now, if you drink by yourself, then we already went over that.
Hey, I drink by myself sometimes.
But you know what I mean. If you drink by yourself when you're sad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't do that.
If you drink by yourself just because you like the taste of alcohol or because, you know, you want to feel it by yourself, then it doesn't classify to what I'm about to say. But I think the main reason why a lot of people do drink is not so much the addictive nature, but our need as people to fit in some capacity.
That is very true, because a lot of people will say, like, when you ask somebody if they drink and they say, "Oh, I'm a social drinker," they drink.
That means that you drink because you're around people and everybody's drinking.
Not necessarily. It could mean that
to a certain extent,
or it could mean that I don't drink in my own time, but if I'm out, I'll have a drink.
I don't drink when I go to places because I don't necessarily. One of the things is I don't necessarily feel I need to. Some people feel like when they're around a lot of people, I gotta have one drink to just chill out and be able to, intermingle with everybody and just relax. I don't feel I need to. Because I feel like I'm the kind of person, and I've seen and proven to myself and others that when I'm around people, I can mingle with everybody and be cool and have a good time and, not be all in my head or feel, laxing in confidence without drinking or with drinking. You know what I mean? So that's one of the things, like people walk into a place, I gotta have a drink, man. There's so many people in here.
Well, I've told you a bunch of times that I very much admire that you don't drink.
A lot of people tell me that they respect it.
Yeah, I don't think that drinking is a bad habit at all. I think, honestly, if you want to go out and have a drink, have a drink. I think once it gets to the point of addiction, yes, there's a problem.
Anything when you abuse it is bad.
And honestly, the way you describe yourself in not drinking is kind of how I am with drinking. So I feel like if you were to start drinking, it would never develop into an addiction type thing. It honestly would just be like a social thing, or like, I'm just gonna have a drink just because I want to have a drink. Like, I feel like it would never get to the point of, I'm gonna drink, and I'm gonna drink so much that I'm just gonna be fucked and not know who I did the day
Part
before.
of me honestly thinks I would become that guy.
I don't think so.
Part of me thinks that I might not always be out every day buying a bottle of New Amsterdam, but part of me thinks
Amsterdam.
I don't drink. I don't know the fuck this. Fuck Sky. I wouldn't be out every day buying me a bottle of Sky vodka. But something tells me, if I got this whole bottle of Sky vodka, I'm gonna get two. This is for y'all. This one's for me. Something tells me I would be that guy.
And see, knowing that, or at least feeling that would be the problem, could very well be the problem. But also, just having that idea in your mind, even if it wouldn't be the problem, would make it the problem, because you would always be like, well, I'm gonna go and get this bottle of vodka for me and this bottle of vodka for me, and so,
I buy, I go out and I buy 2 bottles of vodka. And I buy them for my 2 friends, my right hand and my left hand.
When I go and buy a bottle,
I feel like I would do that. That's why I don't want to drink. That's one of the reasons. I hope that y'all, at least got some type of entertainment out of this, because I'm not putting this on. I do not drink. I have not, drunk my whole life.
I can vouch for this. Like we've gone out and hung out with friends a bunch of times.
Can count on both hands the sips of alcohol I've had in my life.
I can count on both hands the sips of alcohol I've had this week.
There you go. And it's only Monday.
It is Wednesday.
Tuesday.
Okay, maybe not this week, last week.
But yeah, okay.
I don't know why I thought today was Friday.
No. But yeah, so hopefully, I'm not trying to offend anybody with this. I'm not trying to feel like,
definitely not.
I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm better than anybody with this.
Like, and I don't think it comes across that way.
Well, like I said, this is just how I am. If y'all have any questions about this, ask me. You know what I'm saying? I'd be happy to answer them.
Yeah, leave your questions in the comments below if you have questions for Jazz about why he doesn't drink, or anything more in depth about him in general. Ask me questions about why I do drink. I'm a bartender. I can give you some great cocktail suggestions.
And we do a sleep in the third row request on any video, so you can leave a comment for that below also.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so my thing is, like I said, I don't drink or anything, and I guess to ultimately sum it up, it started off for the whole stimulant, depressant, want to go through life before I feel like I need it. Part of me has thought throughout, am I missing a part of my youth because
absolutely
I'm not getting drunk while everybody else is? I have thought that. And then another part of me has thought, well, since I didn't drink when I was around this age, does that mean when I'm, late 30s and 40s, then I'm gonna be like, woo, party? And everybody's gonna be like, man, my child trying to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Shut up, my baby.
Right. And I'll be like, woo. But I don't know. It's a lot of things that I've thought with this, and like I said, there have been a few times where I have been at home alone more so than been out and been like, maybe I should have one drink.
One thing,
but I haven't want to do that.
To say too, like, am I missing a part of my youth? I get told all the time. I'm 22. I get told 24. So often that I don't go out. I go out a little more now because my friends kind of drag me out. But if I had it my way, I would be in my room with a cup of hot tea and a good book. To conclude this video, you don't have to drink. Drinking is not an obligation, and drinking is not something that defines your youth. You don't have to go out, you don't have to party, you don't have to do anything that is stereotypical of youth. You do what is stereotypical of you.
But if you do want to go out and party and you're psyching yourself out from doing it, go out and party because you'll be happier that you did it when you wanted to than talking yourself out of it. You know what I'm saying is if you want to go out, but you talk yourself out of it.
I'm going to say this. If you want to go out, but you're skeptical, do it once. And if you don't like it that first time, then you don't have to do it ever again. I have gone out many a time and not liked it, and I still go out. So I'm still giving it a try.
But yeah, so at the end of the day, if you want to drink, drink. If you don't want to drink, don't. But make sure that whatever you do, you are doing it in moderation, you are doing it healthily, and you are doing it responsibly.
Absolutely. This has been a video about Same Difference, mostly about jazz. Bye.
Oh, okay. Well, peace.
Same difference.